Every day in America, 365 million pounds of edible food is thrown away. And yet, 1 in 4 in the Bay Area don't know where their next meal is coming from. Now, there's an effortless solution, bridging the hunger gap.
So how many of you have attended a wedding, a conference, a demo day at Google, and wondered, where does all this leftover food go? Right? Unfortunately, most of the times, the answer is the trash. But tonight it's gonna be different, because Feeding Forward's food heroes are standing by to rescue all of the leftover food and use it to feed the hundreds in San Francisco that are in need tonight. My name is Komal Ahmad, and I am the founder and CEO of Feeding Forward. And this all began a few years ago when I was walking down the street and I encountered a homeless man who was begging for food. Something about him, something compelled me to stop and invite him to join me for lunch. His name was John. He had just come back from his second tour in Iraq. And because his benefits hadn't kicked in, John hadn't eaten in 3 days. Imagine, 3 whole days without food. And this hit home for me because in just a few months, I was going to commission as an officer in the United States Navy. And here I was, sitting right in front of this veteran who had selflessly fought on the battlefield of Iraq, only to return to face the battlefield of hunger at home. And to add insult to injury, right across the street from where John and I were having lunch, Berkeley's dining hall was throwing away thousands of pounds of food. And this isn't unusual. In fact, every single day in America, over 365 million pounds of food is wasted. And I'm not talking about last night's pad thai or this morning's half-eaten pastries, but 365 million pounds of perfectly edible food. And the paradox is that while this is happening, 1 in 4 in the Bay Area don't know where their next meal is coming from. There is enough food. There's plenty of need. What's been missing for businesses is the incentive and the ability to donate their food in a way that's easy, reliable, and legally safe. Until now, until Feeding Forward. Feeding Forward enables businesses with excess food to feed communities in need instantly. Consider us the Uber for food recovery. Businesses love donating through Feeding Forward because we enable them to save time, reduce disposal costs, and receive tax deductions for the amount of food that they throw away. Well, that they donate now. Take last week, for example. Organizers at TechCrunch Disrupt scheduled a pickup of their excess food through our platform. Our algorithm immediately dispatched our food heroes to recover this food. And we enabled them to feed over 2,000 people in San Francisco. Now that's a pretty epic disruption. This is the incredible, This is the incredible team that makes the magic happen every single day. We started as a student organization committed to doing the right thing. And with very limited resources, we were able to feed over 500,000 people. But our vision is much larger than that. We want to reach the 50 million Americans that go without food every day, which is why we're building technology to streamline the entire food recovery process. These are a few of the businesses that are feeding forward. They have enabled us in just the past few months to feed over 100,000 people. And we grow this number every month by over 30%. So I'm really excited to announce that just last week we were offered the incredible opportunity to be the food recovery partner for Super Bowl 50. Thank you. Which, in case you didn't know, is going to be held right here in our backyard in exactly 4 months. The food that we recover from the Super Bowl and all the events leading up to it will enable us to feed over 1 million people. But we can't pull this off without your support. We need your help to grow our driver network, to further develop our technology, and to expand our distribution network throughout the Bay Area. With $5,000, we can provide enough meals to 5 shelters in the Bay Area for the entire year. For $50,000, we can hire a previous food recipient like John as a full-time driver. And with $250,000, we can develop the technology necessary to meet the demand of the Super Bowl and ultimately to feed over 1 million people. Tonight, my team and I invite you to join Feeding Forward. Together, we can give millions of Americans, including veterans like John, a seat at the table. Thank you.